Hello, baby.
Hello, nasty. Hello there.
Hello.
I say hello.
Hello, friend.
Well, hello, little girl.
Hello, my treacherous friends.
Hello, operator. The beginning of everything.
Welcome back, my friends.
It's showtime.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Brink of Sanity, episode 318. I am Jay, and with me is Mark and Bry.
Hello.
Hi.
All right, glad we got through that.
It's good. It's nice every week we each can say our own hi.
Yeah.
The audience loves it.
Yeah,
That part of the show when Brian, Jake, and Mark go hi, it really adds a lot to the show.
that's
It's the best part of the show. It's all downhill now.
Yeah, we peaked.
Yeah.
We peaked. So if you're a new listener, you probably would just want to stop now. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm not in a good mood.
You are not in a good mood.
Not in a good mood.
So it's a normal day of the week?
Yeah, definitely a Monday through Friday. And
Okay,
so-
is this brought to you by the new podcast coming out, Work Hates Jay?
Oh my God. So yeah, I have a work story, a commuting story, and a family drama story. So let's start. Which one do you want to hear first?
Oh, the family drama that sounded. Let's talk about
That sounds like we might want to save that one for last, though, because that might be the big one.
That is the big one. Yeah, yeah.
So which one? Work or commute?
Well, let's go work.
Okay,
Isn't work and commute the same thing, Jay?
Kinda.
it's part of it, but it's
Are you commuting to anything besides work?
yeah. I went to visit my buddy in Brooklyn 2 weeks ago, and last weekend I tried to get to my buddies in Long Island.
Right, but
Yeah.
it's not really. You don't consider that your commute.
It's a commute.
Yeah, that's like you you took a train ride to Long Island or whatever. That's not really your commute. When you talk about your commute, we know you're talking about work. No one talks about their commute to the gym. Come on, okay, it's part of work.
Okay,
Tell us
so
about
we're doing the
tell
work
about
story.
tell
then.
about your awesomeness.
Okay, so just to fill Brian real quick, last week we have recycle bins at our desk instead of garbage cans, and everyone throws everything in them.
Can I pause for 1 second? Bri, what do you think of people that drink smart water?
I hope it causes cancer.
I would agree, except for well, it probably does because Jay drinks it.
Oh, yeah. Well, that definitely does.
Is it weird that Jay always goes for the? What is up with the microphone?
Sorry, it's me.
Okay.
I'm done.
Okay. If we contribute to our Patreon, Bri will get a new microphone. What do you? Why does Jay drink smart water? Which I'm trying to figure it out.
Because he likes overpaying for water.
No,
How much more?
No, it's because I like the taste of electrolytes.
Electrolytes. Yes.
Yes.
Put your water in the microwave. You'll get electrolytes.
So okay. Anyway, everyone throws everything in the garbage, but me specifically had a sign at the bottom of the garbage that said "paper only, please."
Mhm.
Nobody else. So the next day, I was throwing all paper in there, and I forgot, and I put a bottle of smart water in there.
Yeah.
And the next day, all the paper was gone, and just the smart water was in it. So she put it back. She took it out, put it back.
She who?
The janitor.
Oh.
How do you know it's a she?
Because when I work late, I see her.
What time does she show up?
Like 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Is she hot? Do you bang her on your desk or any of that stuff?
No.
Or
It's like she's like a 2.5 to 3.
Like, you could just, instead of judging her, you could just tell us you bang her.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you'd
you're
rather
listening,
work
Rosa,
than
you're
bang
beautiful.
a 2.5 or a 3?
No. Yeah, if you're listening,
You
Rosa,
must
you're-
really like your job.
Yeah.
Okay, so we decided to do a
Is
test.
she an immigrant? Can we get her kicked out of the country or
I don't know. I'll ask her if she's illegal or not. And then
tell her to go back where she came from?
Yeah, the president's doing it. Everyone's doing it now.
Everybody's doing it.
Go back where you came from is now the new national slogan.
Right.
I think it says it on Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
Even if you came from here.
Go back to
All
where
right,
you
Jay,
came
go on. I'm
from, not
sorry.
right-
We'll be here all night making fun of your cleaning lady here. So
Okay, so
I decided to do a test, and this is where we left off last week. I put the smart water in my coworker's garbage, who also put in nothing but plastic.
So long story short, Jay now reports to the janitor.
So
So you tried to frame your coworker.
So his coworker put a ton of plastic in to test it out, and Jay put one plastic bottle in his garbage to see what happens. Does the janitor have it out for Jay, or she just happened to like put the bottle back last time?
right, maybe the bottle just inadvertently slipped back in or whatever.
I apologize, but I'm having trouble following the story. Why do you have a bin that says paper only, and your neighbor has one that's plastic only?
No, we all have a garbage can that is a recycle bin. So
How many garbage cans do you have?
But
that's it. It's just the
specific
one.
recycle bin, or just like throw anything that you can recycle in there.
Every desk has a bin that's blue. That's supposed to
Okay.
be for recycling.
Okay.
But since we don't have a garbage can, everyone throws everything in there.
Okay.
I do agree with Brian. Can you put all recyclables in there? Paper, plastic, rubber.
Because isn't a water bottle recyclable?
It is, but apparently it's only supposed to be paper recyclables.
Does it say paper recyclables on there?
It does not. It's a blue
Okay.
can with the recycle symbol on it.
Okay, so plastic bottles you're supposed to burn.
So it's mostly like a shredding, kind of like we have these at work. Like we just put our paper in, and then the shredder people come in and take it and shred it. It's kinda
Except
like
I've
that.
seen this lady, and she just throws everything in one bag.
That's probably It's probably do not recycle. It's just kind of for show.
Yeah, it's a fake
Yeah.
recycling program. Except
Yeah,
for me,
okay.
apparently, which is now strictly by the rules.
Okay, so Brian, do you understand now? Jay has set up. He's set
Not
this
really,
up.
but I don't feel like dragging this out. So keep going.
It's not a very complicated story. I mean,
His coworker put a lot of plastic bottles. Jay
Yeah.
put one plastic bottle.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happened. Okay.
so his garbage completely empty. Mine has the bottle in it. So confirmed that the janitor is
The
targeting
second
me.
time?
The second? No, I'm too scared to put
Oh,
plastic
this is still the
in
first
now.
time, you mean?
Well, he's been putting more and more ridiculous stuff in his garbage, and it's taken every time.
What is he putting? What is he putting in there?
Literally anything. Like there was like a metal, those Danish cookies and those metal tins.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole tin.
Okay.
So clearly not paper stuff.
He's like putting a hamster in there.
Yeah, it's like live animals, snakes.
Why don't you get some tampons?
Oh God.
Put them in there.
Does that fall
So-
under paper? I don't know.
Why does everyone at your company hate you?
Right, that's
So what's the theory now? So the cleaning lady hates you too?
Yeah.
Is
Well-
that where we're going?
That
Yeah.
was Monday. Did you try again?
I'm too scared now. I throw all my garbage in the kitchen now.
What's gonna happen if you do it again?
I don't know. I'm gonna piss off the cleaning lady.
You've already pissed off your entire company. What's the difference?
I don't know.
Jay, why don't you do this? Google how to get someone deported, print it out, and put it in your paper bin and see what happens.
Just face up. How
You're-
to get janitors who mess with their coworkers deported.
You should just have lots of Donald Trump material in your garbage.
Yeah, I don't know what I did. I'm thinking maybe that manager that hates me got to her.
Like her big thing was like, Jay's underperforming. I'll talk to the janitor.
I don't know.
Next, I'm going to talk to the bathroom crew, and where he takes a poop, I'm not going to clean that seat.
I mean, is there any reason at all that she would target me?
What else? Who else to start screwing with you at work? Who else do you interact with?
I mean, it's pretty much the whole management staff and the janitor that's messing with me now.
Is there anyone else you interact with? Like, is there a security when you walk in the building?
No, I only really deal with them if I forget my ID.
Do you have any friends or allies in the office?
I have plenty in other departments, and everyone on my level, but basically all of management in my department has got it out for me.
So all the key people that you'd want to be friends with at work, you're not.
Correct. Yes. It's a good situation. It's fun.
Do you think the janitor is in cahoots with the New York City subway system to screw you?
Maybe they had like a Legion of Doom meeting and they all decided to just screw with every aspect of my life.
Legion of Doom, like that, like tag team wrestling team?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that was
Jay, Jay, you didn't happen to attend an Eyes Wide Shut party recently, did you? Because this could be payback for that.
Why, did you see me there?
Well, no, but if you were there and your mask came off, everybody might be trying to clamp you down.
I could see you going to one of those.
Is that what happened? I've never actually seen that movie. Is that what happens? Like someone's mask comes off in the movie and they go after him?
Yeah, Tom Cruise finds out about this party. Sort of, this guy tells him, and Tom Cruise kind of begs him to tell him where it is, and he shows up, and like clearly everybody knows that he doesn't belong there, and they take his mask off so everybody sees who he is, and then like things kind of start happening to him a little bit. Like he feels like he's being followed and stuff like that.
Good movie?
No.
It was all right. It's like 3 hours long, and if it wasn't a Stanley Kubrick movie, it could have been over in like 45 minutes. But every scene is like 9 minutes long.
Yeah, it should have been like a 45-minute TV episode, and it was like a 3-hour movie.
So I started watching last night, which I knew it wasn't going to be a great comedy, but I thought it had a lot of promise. That movie Tag.
Oh, that's on my list. Yeah,
you could just skip it. It's
really?
fine.
Oh.
It's just, it looks, Brad, do you see that? Or you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. I haven't seen it though.
So, I mean, the premise sounds really awesome. These guys go out of their way to like jump at each other and like tag each other, basically. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
But it comes down to like, I guess there's like 5 friends, and one of their friends is like almost like a superhero in the tag world. Like he has like superpowers, basically. You cannot get him, and the whole thing is them trying to get him. Yeah. And it goes a little bit ridiculous. Like it starts off
with that premise. It gets ridiculous.
Well, it starts off with. I mean, yes, it gets ridiculous. Well, it starts off with one of the guys. He gets a job in the guy's office just so, as a janitor, just so he could tag him.
Maybe that's what your janitor's trying to do, Jay.
Maybe.
Are you in a tag game that we don't know about?
Maybe I'm in a tag game I don't know about.
Maybe.
Well, it's based on I guess a real life story. I mean, the movie itself has absolutely nothing to do with real life, but apparently there was a real life story about a group of friends who played tag for like 30 years, and they turned that into a movie. Do you think they're gonna make a movie of lifelong friends who make a shitty podcast?
Who didn't give up after 20 years, even though it never caught on ever.
The only people listening are your family members to find out if you say anything bad about them. Would you guys ever get a Fitbit?
No.
My girlfriend had one.
Did she like it, or?
Yeah, she loved it, but now she moved on to the Apple Watch. So.
Okay, so it's like a more advanced Fitbit.
Yeah.
So apparently they're popular for kids, and so my son's birthday, he really wanted.
Popular for everybody.
They're popular for everyone, yeah. But I didn't expect them to be popular for kids, but apparently they're a big kids item also. It's a much, I guess, cheaper version of it. Yeah. So my in-laws got my son a Fitbit, and whatever, it wasn't that expensive, and for a little while he was like wearing it around, and he already got bored of it. It's been like a month. But when you have to sign up online for it, and I had to create an account, and I have to create an account for him because it's like everything with kids with an account, you have to have a parent create the account first. So now I get weekly emails telling me updating me the status of my son's Fitbit progress.
Cool.
And I'm like, why the hell would I want how insane of a parent would you be like, son, you only took 47,000 steps this week. You got to move faster. What the fuck's wrong with you, son?
I actually I grew up with a kid who had parents like that.
Is he in prison now, or is he or is he the head of your company?
No, he was star of the football team in high school. Well, no, I hung out with him in 4th grade, and we played outside for 2 hours, and I was a chubby kid, so I was tired, and we went inside. We weren't inside for more than 5 minutes, and the father was like, "Get back outside." So we went to swimming for an hour and a half, and we're like, "Yeah, it'd be really cool if we could just drink some water now and sit inside." And we were inside for 10 minutes. He's like, "Go back outside and play." And it was yeah. At the end of the day, we just looked at each other and we knew I'm never coming back here.
Listen, you're in much better shape than I am, and you're really driven in 4th grade. So I'm going to see you later.
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of play with Ninja Turtles, and
apparently his dad should have gotten a Fitbit for his son.
Yeah.
I can't even believe it. Any parent would be like, "Okay, we got to do laps now. Let's run. We got to run more steps."
It was insane. It was like boot camp.
Yeah.
I could see if we were at the tail end of a 6-hour video game session, and he was go outside. You've been inside all day, but it was
Are you sure he wasn't doing illegal activities? You came in, you're like, "I want to relax inside. We're making baggies of Coke. Get the fuck out of here."
His
you
dad
weren't going
was
through his garbage, were you?
His dad was Mr. Macho. You could tell he had things to prove.
Yeah. Yeah, Jay. You fourth grader. You're gonna get. You're not cool enough for my son.
Definitely not.
My son, you see my son? He does 55,000 steps a day. I monitor his progress on the Fitbit.
Jay, if you still hung out with him, you might be doing a better podcast now.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably. He's got a podcast. He's Joe Rogan, actually.
Nobody knows what happened to him.
Yeah, so I thought that was kind of weird, the Fitbit thing.
Yeah, it's
Those things are weird because like everybody's so obsessed with them, and it's just like an arbitrary number. Like, oh no, I didn't get the steps that a random company told me I need to get every day.
Yeah, there's no science behind 10,000. It's just like the 10,000 hours or 10,000 steps. There's no science behind it whatsoever. It's just a round number.
I know.
I saw this app that said, "Tell us your height and weight, and we'll tell you how much you need to run." And it was a pay app, but they were dumb enough to post a screenshot of the chart, so I just enlarged the screenshot and I saw, and it said at my height and weight I would need to run 30 minutes, and I'm thinking, if I could run 30 minutes, I wouldn't be at the weight I am right now. It's like it's the worst app. It's like I can't run for 30 minutes straight. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, wouldn't it be if the Fitbit said instead of saying 10,000 steps, it said if it said you had to take 9,872 steps a day, wouldn't you feel like, oh, they really got some science behind this?
Yeah.
They give like a really way too exact number.
Yeah, just make it slightly different for everybody, but within the same 100 steps.
Yeah, it says I have to do 10,127 steps a day, and I'll be perfect. Not 28, 27.
Just take like the same 4 digits and just like reverse them for like randomly, like every person is like, oh, 6725, oh, 5726. Oh, yeah, this is working. This makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Take your age, add your weight, and then add the number 10,000. There you go. That's science.
Take your age and multiply it by your weight. Then get off your fat ass and go run 10,000 steps. Put the calculator down.
Yeah, I feel like there are certain articles. I wish I could just be the person writing these articles for the newspaper. Like, it's fitness and personal finance articles are the easiest thing ever. Fitness articles. Hey, fatto, whatever.
I like Fatsy.
Yeah, Fatsy. Hey, Fatsy.
Was it Fatsy? Wasn't he on Poppy? Wasn't he on Happy Days?
Hey.
Yeah, basically everything is like, did you know if you eat less and you run more, you'll lose weight? And then personal finance. Did you know if you live below your income, you'll save money?
Yeah, if you don't buy Bitcoin, you'll save money.
Here's the amount. If you make $50,000, spend less than that. You spend more than that, it's not going to work out.
That's brilliant advice.
Goddamn amazing. If you spend $50,000, if you get $50,000 a year, if you save $49,000 of that and just live on $1,000 a year, you will be able to retire at some point. Invest also. I've written that's pretty much every personal finance article.
Yeah. They don't say how to invest or what to invest in. They just invest smartly. Try to get something with like a 20% back.
Go back in time, buy Amazon stock, buy Netflix stock.
Yeah.
Look at what the stocks are today, and then use a time machine, and you'll do well.
Or they try and make like they're giving you a hint. They're like, find the next Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or they say you should invest in a mutual fund. So find some good money managers and put your money. I'm like, how the fuck would I know a good money manager? I don't know anything about personal finance. Why would I know these things?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know a good money manager. I don't know a good mutual fund. I don't know the first fucking thing about anything.
I know the whole thing. There's a concept of index funds. We try to just match the market, and people say you should try to beat the market. I'm like, there are people that are paid large amounts of money to beat the market, and they can't. Why the fuck would I be able to do it with my with no time to research
knowledge?
this shit? Yeah. I'm going to look at the stock to whatever ratio.
Oh, yeah. AT&T's down 5 cents. I better buy it today because it'll go up 5 cents tomorrow.
I saw apparently Netflix stock has plunged recently. I don't know if you guys have followed this at all. If you guys
Is it because they gave Chris Rock $70 million?
Well, Adam Sandler. So I guess basically the stock apparently they lost some subscribers, and with all because now they're coming up with 37 different Yeah, streaming services. Suddenly there's competition, and so the Netflix stock has plunged like some 30% or some big number basically. It's plunged recently. I'm not really sure where I'm going with this. Why are we even talking about personal finance?
I
Sorry,
don't
we can
know,
move on to another topic.
5-6 years ago, we said this was going to happen. That everyone's going to have a streaming service, and it's just going to get stupid.
It's good. It's just we want cable. I want cable again. Just bundle Netflix, Hulu, and everything else, and call it cable again. I'm tired of this shit already.
Yeah.
There's so many coming out. There's a Disney one. There's an Apple one. There's a Time Warner one.
There's a
There's already
DC.
There's what?
DC.
Oh yeah. There's DC. NBC has one. CBS already has one. Fucking ridiculous. Brink of Sanity has one. Do you think we could get, Jay, a lot of money is being put into these streaming services? Can we go to venture capitalists, and I don't know who they are, and ask for $100 million to produce our own shows?
That's
Then all we have to do is figure out how to produce our own show.
Wouldn't it be great? Like they're throwing out so much money to produce to all these companies. We get in the meeting with the dumbest venture capitalists in the world, and he's like, "Okay, here's $100 million. Produce shows." And we're like, "Fuck, I have to figure out how to do this shit."
No, we have like 30 show ideas. We did like 3 episodes about it.
No, but we'd have to actually produce it. It's not like we'd have to have an idea. We'd literally have to have a product.
Yeah, we'd have to do everything.
No, producers just fund the money.
No. $100 million. You'd have to come up with how would you do it? How would you produce your own Netflix?
Oh, not just a
Really?
Netflix show, like our own Netflix?
Yeah, like a streaming service. Like you get $100 million to produce our own streaming service.
We can't even make our own show. How are we going to make our own Netflix?
Yeah, there would definitely be a lot of hiring of people.
Yeah.
$100 million. You're like, okay, so we should offer $100 million to the guy that runs Netflix to make our own Netflix.
Yeah.
We'll just call it Netflix.
Do you think you what if you got $100 million, could you make your own streaming service, Jay? $100 million.
Yes.
I'd rather just keep the money.
Yes.
That's not an option here.
Oh, that's not an option?
You would
An
have to
option-
find.
I thought I was just getting $100 million.
You would have to find a niche that they haven't covered yet.
Like Japanese anime.
Like a porn one.
Yeah, I think that one's covered probably.
Oh, it's called the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called Pornhub.
But
But yeah, live events.
like what live events, Jay? Because they already have those things called like MLB TV and
You know what I would do? I would do a reality one, but actual real reality where it would, like, the whole streaming thing would just be like where you could tap into like traffic cameras and like red light cameras and just watch intersections and hope there's accidents.
I bet that would get a
I
following.
like the idea
Yeah.
of hoping there are accidents.
Well, I mean, that's reality. You just sit there and just watch all the traffic cameras and be like, all right, let's see something.
And you'd have people that would like break out the statistics. Like this one has an accident at an average of like
Yeah,
twice a day.
yeah.
No, when I said live events, I was thinking like a concert. Like Becca's coming around next month, so you would be able to watch that actual concert live while it's
On somebody's cell phone?
Yeah.
That sounds awful. How
No,
would
no,
you
like
like
a-
watching concerts on on TV?
Yeah, no, if it's like a professional camera and sound setup, yeah.
Yeah, but that won't be it. It'll be like
Well, it would. You said it's make up an idea. That's my idea.
I mean, they already have it. They have a channel called that Palladium. Oh, something called like Palladium, where they had concerts.
Never heard of it.
Okay, well,
I think
apparently it's not-
I think I have that channel. I think I've heard
yeah,
of it.
I guess it's not that popular then because they were live concerts and like, I watched a little of it. We had it in the city. I don't reason we don't have it in the suburbs, but it was
It's
a
all
kind of
shit nobody wants to watch.
I mean, they were big. It wasn't like small name bands. It was like big name bands. It's just like I don't know. Concerts are fun when you go there. They're not as much fun to watch on TV.
I don't know. I think if there's like a concert you want to go to and it's sold out, you're like, oh, I could pay like $20 and see that concert at home.
What about a streaming service where it's the movies live? Like people you take your phone and you film the movies and we watch that.
Well, some of the movies you could get on demand right when they come out.
Yeah. I was trying to think of the shittiest service you could possibly produce.
I mean, the only other thing I think you could do, because I think with that money, like, I think you honestly need more to have like a Netflix. But What if you did something where you just tried to get like every sitcom ever? Because Netflix, has a few, but not a lot.
I think
You
they
gotta pay
paid
to get all that, though.
Netflix is losing Friends. They apparently paid last year for Friends. One season of Friends was $100 million. So our entire budget would just be the show Friends.
We launch a platform. It's just one season of Friends.
It's just
Just one episode.
That's
Guys,
insane, though.
all the Friends you want to watch for 1 year. What happens after 1 year? We declare bankruptcy. That's what happens.
Wait, it was $100 million for one season of Friends?
Well, like the whole show. I mean, the whole catalog of shows.
Okay,
the
but
whole,
still, $100 million?
yeah,
Per year?
yeah. Well, apparently, Friends and The Office are the most popular things on Netflix, and Friends was going to leave for this new HBO Max. And
What is that?
Basically, to keep it for 1 more year, they spent $100 million to keep it.
Wait, what's HBO Max? So my HBO Go is going to be like an inferior product now?
So the same price as HBO Go, which is $15 a month, which you probably get it from like your. Do you pay for HBO?
I do right now, but
Okay.
I go in and out,
Okay. I know a lot of people in America share HBO,
Mhm.
but the new Netflix is going to be called HBO Max because HBO merged with Time Warner. I mean, not with Time Warner, with AT&T,
Mm-hmm.
or Time Warner merged with AT&T. It's a whole. They have a lot of shows on there apparently, but HBO Max is launching, and that's what the name of their new Netflix is.
So they want you to pay $30 a month, essentially. For HBO and HBO
no,
Max?
I think that would be included. I think it would just be. I think you would just get $15 a month. You get all the HBO products and Friends and whatever else they have.
Okay, so that... I didn't know shows cost that much. Then
I think that's the most expensive. That was like a really insane price.
because I was thinking of stuff like Spin City and Titus and Working and shows that were popular for a brief
A week.
time. Yeah. Well, Spin City had a good run, but yeah, Titus and Working not so much.
So you want to do a streaming service of shows that no one gave a shit about watching when they were on?
Yeah, because the shows get a cult
Except
following.
us.
How about just obscure cartoon Jay likes is a streaming service?
I mean, I would love that.
Yeah. Yeah, but apparently most of the shows are not $100 million, or else none of these services would exist. But it was like a record, some kind of crazy deal for it to keep Friends for
Friends
1 more
isn't
year.
even a good show.
Apparently, The Office was good for 2 seasons. The rest of it kind of blew, and that and Friends were the 2 most popular shows on Netflix.
Until some of
People
them...
are stupid. People love The Office. The Office is the biggest piece of shit.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that's what people like. So we would not be good at. This is not a good interview for us for the work at one of these places. Netflix. We think these shows suck. You should hire. They're the most popular shows on your. Oh, we'll just leave your office now. Okay.
We think these shows suck and that people are stupid. Can we have money?
Yeah, give us money.
We want 100.
Can we have $100 million? Everyone's stupid and all these shows suck.
Okay, what if we got $100 million and we had to produce like 10 shows?
Done.
You think you could do everything just to produce an entire show? Let's just forget 10 shows. One show. One show, you need 12 episodes of the show. Can you produce 12 episodes of a show?
No. Alone? No. No, I
For
mean,
$100 million, that's totally a reasonable amount of money to produce an entire show.
I'm allowed to hire people that know what they're doing, right?
I mean, you can do whatever you want with your $100 million.
Oh yeah,
but,
then yes. I thought you meant I had to do everything. I never understood lighting. I just can't do that.
you have to direct the show and you have to write the scripts.
Then there'll be a lot of reality TV.
The script just says "be yourself." Yeah, that's what it was. There's no. The script doesn't even say who I am.
And go.
Fucking- Okay, we have a house filled with 3 people that are in college and a live grizzly bear. Go. The reality shows seem like the easiest ones to make.
Obviously, yeah.
I mean, obviously, yeah. It feels like it could make better reality shows than these people do.
Definitely.
Like, you just have reality shows that are just like kind of twisted.
Yeah, dark reality shows.
We talked about it in the show at some point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the idea of like it's like The Bachelor, except like three of the girls are like really hard to tell trannies.
Yeah, or like one of them's a convicted murderer.
Yeah.
I still want to see Greg Giraldo's dream come true, the floater.
Yes.
But throw paraplegics in the water and see if they can float.
Oh, Greg Giraldo is so funny. What
else?
else is going on?
I think we have a couple of emails.
Okay. Any emails about your family thing?
Yeah, we'll get to that. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I want to make sure we get to that because those are some pretty good stories, Jay.
So Lorenzo writes.
Did we miss the commute story?
Yeah, what was the commute story?
Oh, just every fucking train broke down, and it was raining inside the subway station, and it took me an hour and a half to get on a train. When I did, it dropped me off an hour and a half from home, and I had to walk in a thunderstorm. Other than that, it was...
What did Lorenzo write?
By the way, I'm looking on New York City subway. It just says, "Jay, suck it, bitch." Sorry.
Today's episode brought to you by the MTA.
MTA hates Jay. It's a new podcast coming out.
It's like 3 weekends in a row too. Like every
Where
option is just fucked.
Where did it shut down? Where'd you have to walk from?
I had to walk from Steinway and Broadway, which is like a 20-minute walk.
Wait, is your stop still not like? Is your stop still down for the entire year?
Yeah. So what happened is they were putting an elevator at my stop, and they said it was going to take 9 months, and then a big cement block fell from where they were working on top of a car, and so they fired most of the...
I thought he was going to say it fell on him.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Jay only wishes.
And so it fell in a car, and so they fired most of the staff. And so now they said it's probably going to take longer than 9 months because they don't have enough people working on it now because they fired most of them.
Was it 9 months in dog years?
Probably. I mean, they're redoing the platform, the staircase, and they're putting in an elevator. And 9 months.
I wish there was like a meeting where you could have gone to where they proposed all this, and you could have been like, the elevator. That sounds interesting. How about you just make it not smell like urine every night, and we could be done with it, okay? Invest in some cleaning products.
Or here's an idea: you do all of that, the platform, the staircase, and the elevator, but you do it in 6 weeks because that's completely reasonable and possible.
So Jay, you've come to complain about what we're doing here at your subway stop?
I like what you're doing. I just kind of have a problem with the timeline.
So the timeline here, it will be, we're hoping to finish this within 9 years.
Okay, how about 9 or 10 days?
Yes, we will shut down the stops near your house within the next 9 or 10 days. No problem.
This is a union job. This ain't going to get done fast. What are you talking about?
Unions need jobs, and so this is why it's going to take 9 or 10 years at minimum.
Right, but there's a bunch of other stops. It's not like you're going to run out of work, so you don't really need to...
We're going to shut down all the stops in Queens, just to fuck you, Jay.
Oh, okay, I'll just move to Brooklyn.
Oh, wait till you see what we do to Brooklyn.
Good luck trying to afford it.
We're going to make...
Who do you think you are, Kyrie Irving? You're just going to move to Brooklyn?
Have you thought about...
Everything's going to be okay?
Have you thought about moving to Staten Island?
No, I never moved to Staten Island.
Move to Staten Island. That's where all the hipsters are going, Jay. Go there.
So I went to Long Island this weekend, and I did Google Maps to see how long it would take me to get back. 4 hours.
Yeah. Where the fuck are you going to Long Island? I go to Long Island every day, and it doesn't take me 4 hours.
They
They
said every train is being stopped at some point in Long Island because they're doing some like overpass thing. So they wanted me to take the train for like 3 stops and then take a shuttle bus for like 45 minutes and then get on a different train. And then
here you have to get off the bus, get on a horseback, ride, climb up a hill.
Do a
Did you
triathlon.
you ever think your janitor might be an undercover agent from the MTA?
There's a bunch of forces conspiring. It's very clear at this point.
Where were you going on Long Island?
I was just trying to go from Ronkonkoma to Woodside.
Oh, maybe you should get a car.
Cool.
Just a specification.
That won't open up a whole new set of problems like parking and driving in the city and all that.
Yeah, it's true. So did you take 4 hours to do that, or what'd you do?
No, I begged my parents to drive me back.
You know, it doesn't. I go to Long Island from Long Island to New York City a lot, and it doesn't take me 4 hours.
That's good.
Yeah, it must be.
No, I'm happy for you.
It must be.
It took me 4 hours to drive there from Connecticut once when I went a couple months ago, and that was like 100 miles past where you started from.
Someone said to me recently, they were like, "I didn't realize how long Long Island is." I was like, "Yeah, that's part of the name."
Yeah, it's in the name.
Yeah.
When my dad and I went out for that golf tournament, the last night we were there, we went driving around. We went to some diner that we found, and he was like, "Oh man, if we ever come back to Long Island, we're gonna have to find this diner again." I'm like, I think there's about 4,000 diners on Long Island that all serve the exact same food.
Yeah.
No, it's the diner that has. It's like the Greek-owned diner.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's like, "Oh yeah, the Greek one with the cakes in the front when you walk in."
I don't get it. How do they have such a variety of food? If I want lobster, they have lobster. If I want eggs, they have eggs all day.
Then we were sitting in traffic, this is before that, I guess, technically, because it was on our way out there. But we were sitting in traffic on one of the highways, and next to the highway, you could see a factory. And he's like, "Oh, they have factories out here on Long Island." I'm like, "It's not an island like a little island in the Connecticut River that we would take our boat to. It's like a real island where people live." I'm like, they have airports, they have banks, they have factories, they have a lot of shit here.
I always joke with my wife. We live in Manhattan. Now we live in Long Island. I'm like, it's all island life for us. This is what living in the islands is like. Jay, tell us about Lorenzo's email.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. He writes, "Hey, guys, I missed Bry last episode. Did the ghost of the little old lady he failed to help get him?"
I have not seen that lady since then. I don't think she died, though.
Lorenzo and Andrew are like Brink historians.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
They're absolutely amazing.
They'll bring up references from 6 years ago that I forget even happened. It's awesome.
It's been a minute. I still don't remember. What was the old lady thing?
The old lady fell and was screaming for help, and I didn't help her.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good one.
That was a pretty good one. And a pretty good callback.
Well, that was only 2 episodes ago.
That's a good callback. Stop it, Bry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
but
those who are
good time.
interested, Jay, Bry, and myself, we are finally going to a Met game on August 20th. For those that want to join us, let us know.
Oh, yeah, we should open up to the fans.
Yeah, the fans can sit with us at the Met game.
They can buy our tickets.
They're probably not going to buy our tickets.
Yeah,
or
we'll
be
buy
there
our
with us.
tickets. Maybe buy us a beer.
We would be. Who's coming, Jay?
Nobody's
If you
coming.
want to come,
You know what?
right,
Don't buy
let
us
know.
anything.
If you
Just-
want to come with us, that would be awesome.
The
Yeah,
guy from Australia, he'll come.
Yeah. Well, I think Lorenzo and Andrew are both from Australia. So if you
Oh, they
guys want to
both are?
spend they actually both are. If you guys want to spend the $2,000 for the flight over here, the tickets are on us.
Yeah, we'll take care of you.
Yeah.
It's too bad we couldn't somehow record a show while we're at the game because we'll be so bored watching the game.
Bored? We'll be just complaining about how bad the Mets are. Jay will love it.
I'm going to be drinking a lot. Okay, so that was it for our emails.
That's,
Oh,
that's a lot of emails.
Yeah, there's a lot of emails. How about our Facebook questions?
Andrew writes, why doesn't Mark, instead of sending your kids to Hebrew school, send them to homebrew school? Surely that'll be more fun for them.
I don't get it.
It sounds like Hebrew and homebrew. I assume homebrew would be making their own beer.
Yeah, there's enough of those stupid fucking IPA home micro brew shit going on. I wish that trend would end.
Not too many of them are made by kids under the age of 10. So that would be different.
Yeah.
And we could do a reality show
It
for our
probably tastes like
What?
funfetti frosting or something.
Well, it wouldn't be the frosting because the frosting doesn't come in the box because
Oh, well,
those people are assholes.
Callback.
Andrew writes, what's Mark's preferred style of grind? On a skateboard or in the club?
Oh yeah, there was a lot of skateboard questions.
Yeah, Jay, I don't understand this.
You know you grind into people on the dance floor?
Yeah, I knew the in the club part. I meant the skateboard part, asshole.
That's when you hop on a curb and you slide along the curb, not on the wheels.
That's called grind?
Yeah.
How do you know this?
I know a lot of like really weird random stuff. Either that or you just know nothing. I can't tell which one's which.
Did you ride a skateboard growing up?
No.
So you just like followed skateboarders around and like learned their lingo?
I played some skateboarding video games.
Why?
Yeah.
Well,
Life wasn't.
Well-
Life's not exciting enough for you. You have to virtual skateboard.
it was back in the day. It was regular Nintendo, and my buddy had like Skate or Die, I think.
I wasn't Tony Hawk.
No,
I would
didn't
never
play
play
any-
Tony Hawk. That's for losers.
No, I didn't play any like newer skateboarding games. Like after regular Nintendo, I never played a skateboarding game.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
answer the question, Mark.
I guess my preferred style of grind is in the club, like 50 Cent.
Considering you didn't know what the other one was, pretty easy.
Yeah, it's hard for me to go with that one. I've not ridden a skateboard. Bride, have you ridden a skateboard?
I've never been on a skateboard.
Have you grinded it in the club?
No.
I stood
Jay.
on a skateboard freshman year of college, and it flew out from under my feet, and I fell flat on my back. It was pretty painful. That was my skateboarding experience.
Did everyone around you say they saw that one coming?
It was right in front of Bry's dorm room. I don't know if he was there or not.
I don't remember that.
Andrew writes, "What's the worst crash you've ever had on a bike, skateboard, roller skates, etc.?" Jay, was that your answer?
Yeah, I think so.
I hope so.
I haven't had a bad crash. I almost crashed a car, but not a bike or a skateboard or roller skates.
I mean, I wiped out pretty bad on ice skates and skis.
Yeah, I fell recently. Not recently. The last couple of years. At some point in the last few years, I fell ice skating, and my knee hurt for like a week or two.
I used to have an afternoon paper route, and then the paper was in the afternoon, and then Saturday was the morning, and it was thick like the Sunday paper. And I used to ride my bike, and I used to have that like big paper bag, and I used to get like on Saturday there was a lot, and it was always full, and I'd always like I'd have it over the side of me, and like when I'd pedal and my knee would come up and hit the bag, and I used to fall off my bike all the time.
Wait, so you had it in like a backpack?
It was like like you never saw like an old newspaper bag. It was like an over the shoulder like kind of.
Oh, okay.
It was like a
pouchy
huge
thing.
open duffel bag.
Yeah,
Right.
kind of. And it goes, on your side, and it was thick and it was heavy, and it would like weigh me down, and then I would hit it, and I would just go falling, and then I get so pissed, I pick up my bike and I'd smash it on the ground while I was crying, and then I like would break the bike, and I'd have to walk it home.
So that paper route didn't last that long, huh?
Had it for a while.
Okay. I don't see anyone doing a paper route.
No, nobody does anymore.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. As you said that, like I'm in the suburbs, you'd think there'd be some kid doing a paper route, and I've never seen a kid do a paper route here.
Well, back when we were kids, almost everybody had a paper subscription. Now, like, nobody does.
That's true. Also, I don't see papers out in anyone's yard
It
either.
was
So
probably like 7 out of every 8 houses had one back then.
Yeah.
yeah, no, I got the New York Times when I first moved here. It got so annoying with the recycling it that I just stopped getting it. I do the online. Well, I still like the Times, but I do the online one. But why do you want physical paper anymore?
Yeah, plus it's also like with the internet, it's like when you get the paper, it's like, oh, here's yesterday's news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my dad gets the paper, so I read it like at lunchtime, and it's like, oh, I've already read all this.
I mean, is there something nice about like when you sit there with the actual physical paper reading it? But yeah, it's the quality of like everything you already know. Everything like you're gonna read a story about all the crazy shit Donald Trump did yesterday morning when he's already done crazier shit in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Andrew writes, now that Jay is a CPA, does he get a free skateboard? I like the skateboard theme this week.
Yeah, I don't. Did we trigger this, or is this just him? Just
I think Andrew's just being funny on his own.
okay. No, I did not get a free skateboard. I got nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. The goggles, they do nothing.
I was
So
watching. Speaking of that, I was watching The Simpsons the other day, an old one, and it was the one. The Simpsons is brilliant, and it's almost scary how funny this episode was. But it was the one where Sideshow Bob became mayor. Remember that one?
Not really.
No.
He became mayor and he tried to kill Bart and all that stuff. Anyways, so he gets out of prison, right? And then he's at this like Republican meeting where they're all trying to figure out who's gonna, because they're trying to get rid of Mayor Quimby. So they're who's gonna be the Republican, and it's like Mr. Burns and the guy that looks like Rush Limbaugh and the Texas oil guy and all this stuff. So they run an ad, and it says, Mayor Quimby. Mayor, why would you vote for Mayor Quimby? He lets criminals out of prison like Sideshow Bob. And then it said Sideshow Bob, he's running for mayor, vote for him. And like I'm like, that's like what the Republicans would do now. Something like so blatantly like, yeah, why would you vote for him if he let the guy out of prison? Well, he was in prison and he's running, so vote for him. Like, it was just so like brilliant.
That was a really, really funny show. I mean,
and it showed like the escalators, like where the guys are going up and like going over the prison wall, like to get out and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great show. Do you think, at what age could I have my son start watching that show, where he would like get something out of it?
No.
You think so now?
What? How old is he? 8?
8, yeah. I was thinking about that would be a good show for him to like start watching, because that would be a fun show for us to watch together.
Like I was watching it at 11, but that's the season it came out.
Yeah.
I mean, I was watching. Yeah.
Obviously, you got it on a different level back then.
Yeah.
I guess I would just start at season 1 and go from there. It's not that funny to begin with, but it gets obviously much better by
season
2.
1 sucks. I was actually looking at my collection. I own 2 through 9.
Yeah.
Well, plus the animation was terrible.
Yeah.
But I remember actually. Do you remember when it was on Tracy Ullman?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I remember really liking it when it was on Tracy Ullman also.
That's just because it was new. They're actually not good.
Yeah, I mean that's probably true. Also, I remember being really excited when Simpsons came out. I remember being really excited because of the Tracy Ullman ones.
Mm-hmm.
But it was also like that was like the joke was like Bart would be like, "Eat my shorts." That was the whole joke.
Yeah. Oh, I mean everything was. I remember being excited when South Park got launched because I saw their short Jesus versus Santa Claus.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Also,
Spike and Mike's animation.
Yeah.
Well, that animation never got better. Actually, that was the show.
South Park, yeah. Well, they did that on purpose.
Yeah,
like Simpsons needed some improvement.
Yeah, no, Simpsons obviously got better.
Well, yeah, because The Simpsons is more three-dimensional than just a bunch of stick figures in South Park.
Right.
So on a different note, I had a weird encounter recently. Not that weird.
You know, if you started watching Simpsons with your son, you'd probably never catch up. There's
what
like
do you mean?
600 episodes now.
No, there aren't.
Yeah, there are.
Yeah,
No,
it's
there's
been out for 30 years.
Yeah.
No, there's 10 seasons of episodes.
Oh, okay. Good man. Good man.
Yeah, are you fucking kidding? I'm not gonna like show him that I'm not gonna show him The Simpsons and show him the shit that happened after.
Just tell him episode 200, where they moved the town of Springfield, is like the last episode they moved, and it's over.
Yeah, I don't remember which episode was that.
Episode 200.
No, I mean what happened? In that
Oh,
episode?
that's where Homer becomes like in charge of the waste, and the whole city gets overrun with waste, and they had to move the town because there was no.
I like that episode. That episode was funny.
Yeah.
Steve Martin was in that one.
I would rather show him a fresh dead body than show him season like 14.
Yeah.
Like there's no way I would show him. He'd be like, "Oh, isn't there more? It's supposed to be more. There's not more. Now stop it." Yeah, that show became horrible. No, but I could probably start like on season.
2.
I probably start in season 1 and see how it goes.
Yeah, you could. I mean, you're not gonna like it.
Yeah. But
He
like,
probably won't like it. Yeah.
he probably might like it at first because like it does introduce the characters and like it has like humor that's probably at his level.
Yeah. I mean, there's only
Like-
13 of them, so it's a shorter
Yeah.
season.
My kids are watching tonight. Do you guys see? You remember the movie Rookie of the Year?
I've never watched it.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Did you not watch that, Brett J?
No.
I never saw.
That's
I
when
don't
the little
think
kid's
I
a
saw it,
baseball
but
player, right?
that the kid from American Pie's in that, right?
Oh yeah, he's the kid. You're right. He is because they were watching.
He has
before.
he's like on the Cubs, and he has like a robotic arm or something.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I was looking at him like because he obviously looks famous. I'm like, who did he become? I forgot he was like
I
So
think-
basically,
he was a kid in American Pie, I think.
no, I think you're right. He basically falls. His arm like heals in a weird way from this injury, and so he can throw 105 miles per hour.
Sounds great.
That was kind of cute.
I've only seen
I've been
four-
looking for movies for like some movies from like when we were growing up for them to watch.
He'd probably like The Sandlot.
Yeah, he loved The Sandlot.
I've never seen that.
I watched it like a month ago. It's good.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's good.
No, he loved The Sandlot. He loved Home Alone. You also have to find those ones. It also can't be something my daughter's going to watch also, and she's 5, so it has to be something that like she'll get something out of it also.
Mm.
So it basically can't be scary. Like we were
Right.
going to watch like Ghostbusters, but I was like, she's going to be too scary.
Yeah,
Ghostbusters.
no, definitely not. It's too much.
I'll probably show him Uncle Buck.
I thought about that. I think that might be a little older.
When he talks
little
about
scary.
a ritual killing, I start laughing hysterically. They'd probably get freaked out.
Yeah. No, I love that movie, but it's probably a little young. I was thinking about Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Spaceballs.
Those are both good.
Definitely Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I don't know if they'd even get Spaceballs.
Yeah.
What about Follow That Bird?
I don't know what that is.
It's a Sesame Street movie. It's actually pretty good.
You watched that a month ago also?
Maybe. It's
I haven't seen that in a long time. I watched Muppets Take Manhattan was on it a couple weeks ago.
all the Muppet movies.
Oh yeah, the Muppet movie. That's actually a really good idea.
Well, the ones before Jim Henson died.
Yeah. Follow That
Yeah,
Bird is
obviously.
on par
Or
with
the
that
new
kind of
ones.
stuff though. Like Big Bird finds out he actually has a family and they take him away and the whole like
I
Sesame
don't
Street
think-
crew tries to get him back. It's good.
No, my son's not going to watch Sesame Street. They neither one. They're going to call it too much of a baby movie. But the Muppet movie is actually a really good idea.
Muppet movies, the classic.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of that. That's a good call, Bri. So I had a weird.
the new one with Jason Segel's really good too.
Is it really?
No,
Yeah.
it's not. The Ricky Gervais one's better.
Really?
When's the Ricky Gervais one?
Muppets Most Wanted.
Yeah, like 4 years ago.
Oh, so those were actually good.
Yeah, we're still watching Muppet movies.
I like Muppets Most Wanted better than the Muppets, but
Really?
yeah.
Huh.
Jason Segel just annoyed me in that movie.
Oh, no, I don't know. I liked it. I liked the music in Muppets Most Wanted, and the guy from Flight of the Conchords wrote all the music from it.
Well, plus, I like Ricky Gervais, so I thought he was.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Mark.
Oh no! Oh yeah, I was nothing. It was just a small interaction. We came across this family. It was that like we were looking at these camps, sleepaway camp, and the family. They had it was what was it? They had a son. It was clearly a son. So I kept like, I was asking, oh, where's he going? And they'd be like, no, she. And I understand like the she, he, like, but it was just completely dressed like a boy. There was no she whatsoever. And she corrected me like 3 times. And I was like, I don't want to offend anyone, but it was so weird because they didn't like try to dress their kid like a she. They just decided to call her a she. It's like it was like the boy decided that morning he was a she.
Mm.
It was weird. Like even my wife was like, she's like, yeah, it was kind of weird that she corrected you like like it was maybe twice she corrected me. Like, I was just like accidentally used the pronoun he twice, but like.
Did they say it rude or?
No, she just corrected me, but she went out of her way to correct me, and I understand like. If you're a child, if your boy thinks he's a girl and he's gonna dress like a girl, and fine, I'm fine calling her a she. But it was just weird because it was like the girl boy was dressed just like a boy. There was no difference between
Right.
wearing the exact same clothes as my son, basically. And they were like, she. I'm like, okay.
Were they
Another-
Asian? Maybe that was his name.
I was confused because I was like, do you have another child that I'm missing here? I don't understand. It was just weird. It was a bit random. I don't know. Okay, I don't have much more of that story, but it was just a weird that they didn't. It was just like we're gonna call her a she, but do nothing else related to like. It was like they were fucking with me.
Maybe they're fucking with the kid, trying to make him into a she.
You're gonna be a she. Tomorrow you wear the dress.
I ain't raising no son.
Yeah, that's just, I don't know. That's kind of weird. I mean, at least they didn't have an attitude about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she wasn't like, but she just like, she could have let it go easily. And I was just like, oh, what else is he looking at? It was something like, just said like that, and they were like, she. What is she? It's like, I was like, where's your daughter? I really don't understand. I'm so confused there.
Weird. People are weird.
Would it be weird? What kind of weird reaction would you get if you were like, you had a kid, you had him in a stroller, the baby was like maybe 1 year old, and people were like, oh, and like you had like neutral clothes, or like they're like, oh, is it a boy or girl? We're gonna when our baby's old enough, we'll let them decide.
That's just stupid.
I think that would be hilarious to do to people. Just fuck with them, basically. Like, you have a beautiful kid. Has your kid decided whether it's gonna be a boy or a girl?
Should have been like, no, my baby doesn't. My baby identifies as like a 98-year-old man.
My baby's an Asian. It's an old Asian woman. Okay, should we end the show?
Yeah, I think we're about out of time. All right, so the email is thebrinkofsanity@gmail.com. Twitter is brinkofsanity3. brinkofsanityshow.com is the website, and Patreon is patreon.com/brinkofsanity. I think. The Brink of Sanity. Patreon.com/the Brink of Sanity.
Would that have mattered?
Maybe. We're now trying to get back up to $4 a month. we hit that plateau earlier, and now we're back down. So that helps support the show. Because
if we get the $4, we'll produce our own streaming service.
Podcasting is expensive for Jay, not so much for Mark and Bri, but help support the show.
Help support the show. For $4, we get to $5 a month. What will happen, Bri?
We'll be able to have a beer at the Mets game.
Yes. If we get to $5 a month, Jay will give away another Brink T-shirt.
There we go. Yeah, there's only 4 left. Might as well give them away.
Would you, if someone signs up for $1 a month, would you give them a T-shirt?
No.
Maybe not the first month.
I mean, I did pay for these shirts.
How much will you take for the T-shirts?
They're for sale on the site.
No one's ever going to go to the site. How much do they cost on the site?
I'm going to go there right now. They are $9 including shipping.
That's actually a pretty good deal.
It really is.
I mean, it's hard to get. Well, for $9, I can get 75 I Love New York T-shirts.
Huh?
Have you not seen that where like in the city where like there's like for $3 you can get like 8 New York City like I Love New York T-shirts?
Oh, I thought they were expensive just to gouge the tourists.
Oh, they have them really cheap, I think. Maybe I'm okay. Anyway, $9 you can get. So for $36, you could be sold out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Would you, instead of $36, would you take $3?
Anyway, we're running long, so thanks for listening. We'll be back soon because it's summer. We're not really doing the Nick show for the rest of the summer, so.
And I'm not allowed on the Nick show anyway, so.
Yeah, that's true. The fans kind of.
The Knicks show got canceled by the Knicks off season.
Yeah. All right.
Everyone hates me just because I point out the faults of the NBA, but.
Well, you're also like completely wrong on a lot of stuff.
Like what?
Like Durant will never win anything. He's so overrated. He's like not that good. That was a pretty bad take.
All right, so I got that one wrong. But I've been right about Chris Paul. I've been right about Anthony Davis.
We haven't even recorded since the Westbrook trade. We never even talked about the Westbrook trade.
Yeah. Well.
Brian, what's your take on the Westbrook trade?
I mean, the Knicks dodged a bullet because they didn't end up with either of those guys, so that's good.
Agreed.
The Knicks did not end up with Chris Paul yet.
Well, they're not that stupid. Well, maybe they are.
Never say that about the Knicks.
Never say that about the Knicks. I like the trade for Houston, actually. I've been listening to enough of it. I like the Bill Simmons take of you got a better player than Chris Paul.
Better
Even if
player,
it's-
worse fit. Yeah.
Yeah, the fit's not exactly great, but you know what? It's a better fit having him healthy in the playoffs versus Chris Paul, who never played in the playoffs.
And I
That's
think
true.
having the two players with the highest usage percentage in like the history of the NBA is a good idea.
Like, is there another ball hog guy that they could get for the team just to like make it more interesting?
Well,
Like,
I think it's
Carmelo, can they bring him back?
I think it's going to help Clint Capella because he's going to be able to play 48 minutes since he no longer needs to run back on offense because he's fucking never getting the ball.
All right. For more stuff like this, tune into our Knicks podcast, the New York Knicks podcast. We'll be back within a week, right? Next
But
week?
for my hot takes, you have to listen to this show.
Yeah.
Brink next Monday night.
Perfect. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Sure.
Goodbye, everybody. It's all over. Goodbye. It's time to go. This is the end. Say goodbye.